Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in USA Gossip 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in. Kelly Ripa announced that her husband, Mark Consuelos, is making a huge new career move. He is doing something totally different than live with Kelly and Mark. However, he and Kelly are excited for what is to come. They announced the news recently, and fans cannot wait to see what the future brings for them. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are fan favorite hosts. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are fan favorites. They host Live with Kelly and Mark. However, they have won multiple awards for their talk show. Fans are constantly tuning in to see what they are up to. Mark was known before his talk show, though. He is a famous actor who has been in a lot of things. Riverdale was one of his more popular projects. Fans have loved him for years. However, it seems that he is going to be trying something new. He is making a huge career move, new venture. Kelly Ripa has announced the huge career move Mark Consuelos is making. She is excited for him. However, they both had anxiety over the situation. "I have a big announcement to make. A huge announcement to make. You see this man right here? Mark Consuelos? Co-host of this here talk show? He's going to Broadway. That's right. It was revealed that he is going to be on Broadway. He will be in the play Fallen Angels, playing Maurice Duclos. The show will start on April 19th. However, it was revealed that their son will also be on Broadway around the same time. So, Kelly is going to have to choose who she goes to see every night. This is something Mark has wanted to do. So, he took the leap and went through with it. It seems as though Mark Consuelos is going to be performing on Broadway. However, their son will also be on the musical stages. This is exciting for their entire family. However, Kelly is going to have some tough decisions to make. She will have to decide who she is going to watch each night. Regardless, she is proud of them both and cannot wait. What do you think about this situation? Are you shocked that he is going on Broadway? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Mark Consuelos has never been one to stand still. From his breakout days on All My Children to his commanding presence on Riverdale and his current role as co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, Consuelos has built a career defined by evolution. But now, insiders say the actor, producer, and television personality is preparing to take his biggest leap yet, and it's a move that could redefine how fans see him entirely. According to multiple industry sources, Mark Consuelos is making a major career shift, launching a brand new venture that goes far beyond acting or daytime television. The move has been quietly in the works for months, and those close to the star say it represents a deeply personal decision, one rooted in creative control, long-term vision, and a desire to build something lasting on his own terms. For fans who have followed Consuelos for decades, the news comes as both a surprise and a natural next step. A career built on reinvention. Mark Consuelos' journey in Hollywood has never followed a straight line. After gaining widespread recognition as Mateo Santos on All My Children, he quickly became a fan favorite, but rather than settle into one lane, he chose variety. Over the years, Consuelos has moved seamlessly between soap operas, primetime dramas, film roles, and hosting duties. His portrayal of Hiram Lodge on Riverdale introduced him to an entirely new generation of fans, proving that he could reinvent himself even decades into his career. Then came Live with Kelly and Mark, where he transitioned into daytime television full-time, stepping into a role once held by long-running co-hosts and high expectations. While some initially questioned whether the shift would work, Consuelos quickly proved his critics wrong, bringing humor, warmth, and authenticity to the show. Yet, insiders say that even as his on-screen presence grew, something else was quietly taking shape behind the scenes. The spark behind the new venture. Sources close to Consuelos say the idea for his new career move didn't happen overnight. Instead, it grew out of years of conversations, experiences, and moments of reflection, particularly during times when his schedule slowed and priorities shifted. Mark has reached a point in his life where he's thinking long-term, one insider shared. He's not just focused on what's next, but what he wants to build that lasts beyond any single show or role. That mindset reportedly led him to explore opportunities outside traditional acting, including producing, brand development, and entrepreneurial projects that allow him to shape stories, not just perform in them. Unlike earlier chapters of his career, this new venture puts Consuelos in the driver's seat, stepping into a leadership role. At the heart of Mark Consuelos' new career move is creative ownership. Rather than waiting for scripts to come his way, he's now actively developing projects from the ground up. Industry chatter suggests that he is involved in launching a production-focused venture, one that emphasizes storytelling with emotional depth, authenticity, and diverse perspectives. Those familiar with the project say it's not about chasing trends or quick success. This is something he believes in, a source explained. He wants to tell meaningful stories, stories about family, resilience, identity, and relationships. Things that actually matter. For Consuelos, the shift represents a move from being a hired talent to becoming a vision setter, a role that carries more risk but also far greater reward. Balancing live with what's next. One of the biggest questions fans have is how this new venture will affect his role on Live with Kelly and Mark. While no official announcements have been made about stepping away, insiders insist that the move doesn't signal an immediate exit. Instead, Consuelos is said to be carefully balancing his responsibilities, ensuring that his daytime hosting duties remain a priority while he builds the foundation for his next chapter. Mark is incredibly disciplined, a production insider revealed. He's not reckless. He's planning this in a way that allows him to grow without burning bridges or walking away abruptly. That approach reflects Consuelos' reputation as someone who values loyalty, professionalism, and long-term relationships in the industry. Kelly Ripa's role behind the scenes. No discussion of Mark Consuelos' career would be complete without mentioning Kelly Ripa, not just as his wife, but as his creative partner and confidant. Those close to the couple say Ripa has been one of the strongest supporters of his new venture, offering insight, encouragement, and perspective drawn from her own decades-long career. Kelly understands reinvention better than anyone, an insider said. She knows what it's like to evolve in the public eye and take risks that people don't always understand at first. While Ripa is not directly involved in the new venture, sources say her influence is undeniable, particularly when it comes to navigating public perception and staying grounded amid major career changes. Why this move matters now? Timing is everything, and according to insiders, this moment feels intentional. Consuelos is entering a phase of life where his children are grown, his career is stable, and his industry reputation is firmly established. That combination gives him something many creatives never achieve: freedom. He doesn't need to prove himself anymore, one source explained. That's why this move is so powerful. It's not about chasing validation, it's about purpose. In an industry that often sidelines actors as they age, Consuelos is doing the opposite, expanding his influence and redefining his role. Fans react to the news. Unsurprisingly, news of Mark Consuelos' huge career move has sparked intense fan reaction. Social media has been flooded with messages of excitement, curiosity, and support, with many longtime fans praising him for taking control of his narrative. "This feels like such a Mark move," one fan wrote. "Thoughtful, bold, and rooted in passion." Others have expressed pride in watching his career evolve, noting that his willingness to take risks makes him more relatable, not less. For fans who've followed him since his soap opera days, the shift feels like a full-circle moment. The actor who once brought scripted emotions to life is now crafting the stories himself. Industry insiders take notice. Hollywood has also been paying attention. Producers and executives reportedly view Consuelos' move as part of a broader trend, established stars stepping into entrepreneurial and creative leadership roles rather than relying solely on traditional casting pipelines. Mark has credibility, an industry executive said. He understands performance, storytelling, and audience connection. That combination is incredibly valuable. With his extensive on-camera experience and growing behind-the-scenes ambitions, Consuelos is positioning himself as more than just a familiar face. He's becoming a force. A personal journey, not just a professional one. Perhaps what makes this career move most compelling is how personal it appears to be. Those close to Consuelos say the venture reflects his own life experiences, fatherhood, marriage, cultural identity, and the lessons learned from decades in entertainment. This isn't just business, one source emphasized. It's personal. That emotional investment could be what sets the project apart, offering audiences something genuine in an industry often driven by formulas and franchises. What comes next? While many details about Mark Consuelos' new venture remain under wraps, insiders suggest that official announcements could come sooner rather than later. In the meantime, fans can expect to see him continuing his role on Live, showing up with the same energy and humor that have become his trademark, even as he quietly builds the next chapter of his legacy. One thing is clear, this isn't a midlife pivot or a fleeting side project. It's a calculated, meaningful move from someone who understands both the risks and rewards of reinvention. The bottom line: Mark Consuelos' huge career move isn't about walking away from what made him famous, it's about expanding on it. By stepping into a new venture that prioritizes creative control, long-term vision, and personal passion, he's proving that growth doesn't stop with success. It evolves. For fans, it's another reason to watch closely. For the industry, it's a reminder that reinvention is always possible. And for Mark Consuelos himself, it may be the most defining chapter yet, not because it's louder or flashier, but because it's entirely his own.